Hey Bowzy, what are you doing? Bowzy's sitting in his little doggy bed. He accumulates little balls and toys and brings them in there and sits there all day and relaxes. That's what he likes to do, huh? Huh, Bowzy? He's very quiet during the day and just hangs out and relaxes, and he's completely potty trained now, so he can have the run of the house. Bowzer is on some medication. They have found out that he doesn't have anything wrong with his bones or no prior accidents and for breaks, and that little twisting to the right that he does is, the vets are relating it to a nerve disorder. It's more or less all in his head, and but it is very uncomfortable for him, so they have put him on some medication that seems to be working. It makes him much more happier. He will still turn and bite that area, but he is not miserable to the point where he's, you know, being overly aggressive with people now. So he's a very affectionate, happy boy, but the poor thing has been through a lot. We don't know what happened in his previous home. There was a lot of small children, so, and adults, and he was not taken care of, never groomed, so who knows what happened to him there. He has some defense mechanisms where he does like to use his mouth a lot, and he has to be taught to not use his mouth when he wants to play with people, because he likes to grab hands, and he does play a little bit rough, but we are trying to reinforce the word no when he does that. But I do again believe that he was never taught that that wasn't right, and he was probably defending himself when he was getting pushed around by possibly small little children or adults. So he does need an extremely caring home and a patient home, and he will be on medication probably for the rest of his life. I'd say the medication would be like a $25 a month expense to the new family. So we are looking for someone that is willing to just show him a lot amount of love, teach him that it is wonderful to be with people and there's no reason to use his mouth. He does get a little aggressive when he wants things. He will stand his ground. He doesn't like people to take away his food bowl. And he is not fond of the crate at all. If you close the door, he will try to snap at you. But since he is house trained, we don't put him through that trauma of forcing him into a crate. He now has the run of the house, and he's much happier. But since he's been on his medication, he's been 10 times happier, very, very affectionate. But he does need a little training, and like I said again, knowing how to play a little bit more gently. So we're asking him to be placed in a house that wants to take on a little bit of a special needs dog and that has no children. So if you're interested, please put in an application, because this little boy deserves a great, loving, forever home. So what else? He's great in the car. Loves to go out, take walks. He is pulley, but again, he's probably not been out on the leash very much, so he needs a little bit of training, but he's a small dog, so it's not like he's going to pull somebody onto the ground. And like I said, he's very quiet in the home. Like a typical small dog, if somebody comes into the house, he is going to bark. He does seem to really love female dogs, and he does get protective once they get into the home of other people taking that dog away from him. So again, he does have some possession, aggression issues, but really his overall personality is just really cool. He enjoys people, but he doesn't know how to express himself all the times with things that he doesn't like. So that's our little man. He's got all his little toys in his bed, and he sits there all day and relaxes. And he'll come over for pets and hugs. And he really is low-key once he's in the house, and it's a nice, quiet house. He's very quiet. The only other time he barks he's barking is when he wants table food, which he's extremely fond of. He thinks if people are eating, he should be eating their food. So it's kind of funny. We've tried to tell him, right, Bowzer? We've got to tell you no, you can't have table food. You got to have your dog food, huh? He is fond of cheese. We do put his pill in a slice of cheese, so when he hears the word cheese, he's really excited because he thinks that's his cue to have table food. But not right now, buddy, okay? Alright. See if we can get you a great home.